Previously on Junior MasterChef.
The Mystery Box Conveyor Belt Challenge.
How awesome is this?
Greta was in the box seat as she fast-tracked her way to the grand finale. Tonight, a grand challenge needs a grand location.
Welcome to the world-famous Opera House.
Harry, Jack and Zach battle it out for the final spot.
For the finale of Junior MasterChef 2011.
It's mate versus mate.
It can be your signature dishes.
Who will join Greta in the grand finale?
Only one person's getting through to the grand finale.
This is the semi-finals. This is massive. I never thought I'd get this far. It would be an absolute milestone in my whole life to get to the grand finale.
The first apron goes to Jack.
Thank you very much. I've watched all the MasterChef series and not once would I think that I'd be here. Not once would I think me making chocolate cakes from a packet when I was 2 would get me here.
I absolutely love that lemon cake.
That sponge was so light and so fluffy.
The curry is very good.
Wearing the chef lights today. Only 4 people get to wear these each year, so feeling pretty special.
Harry, you're going through.
I never thought I would get to top 50.
Congratulations, first place.
My skills have gone through the roof. I've learned so much here.
What a cheesecake. It was perfect.
And that is a 10 out of 10.
Thank you.
Walking out to the judges today and I'm just thinking, how did I ever get here? How did I make it past top 50?
Zach!
Junior MasterChef has been the best thing that's happened to me in my life so far.
The dish is perfect. You should have an Italian passport.
I've met some of the best chefs in Australia.
If you're making a little broth or a soup, the head has much flavour inside there.
And I've learnt so many different cooking skills that I never thought that I'd know.
Best dish so far you've cooked. Well done.
Am I really standing here?
Yeah. Welcome to the most spectacular harbour on Earth. Just look over there, that is the world famous, the iconic Opera House. If you're going to come to Sydney, you have to come here. And just over our shoulder, the Sydney Harbour Bridge. This is a beautiful place and the perfect setting for your last challenge before the finale of Junior MasterChef 2011.
Chef Ling, some of the best restaurants surround us right here. Neil Perry's Rock Pool, Peter Gilmore's Quay, and of course, our very own Matt Moran's pride and joy, Aria Restaurant.
It is mind-boggling who has stood right where you guys are standing now. Aria Catering has fed Bono, the Forbes 100, movie stars, sports stars, you name it, they have all been here.
Well, boys, today you are a world-class act, and it's up to you to cook the best food that you possibly can. You want a place in that finale? Today is the day to do it.
Today's cook-off is a must-win. It's a do-or-die challenge.
Now you know that Greta's already through to that finale. So your task today is to get that final spot Boys, if you win today, you're going to be taking her on to win that MasterChef title. But on a sad note, if you don't win today, you know what's going to happen. You're going home.
Only one person's getting through to the grand finale, so I'm pretty sure that person's gonna be me.
So today you'll be cooking straight from your heart and aiming for the stars. There's no restrictions. And the best thing is, it can be your signature dishes.
So today it's quite simple. You're gonna have 2 hours. 2 hours to produce a main course and a dessert. We will be tasting every single one of your dishes and picking the best dishes of the day.
But the catch is, you can only spend 1 hour on each dish. So after the first hour, you have to move on to your next dish and there's no turning back.
I think that is going to put us under the pump a little bit, but I think that we're all up for the challenge. It's top 4 and the judges expect more from us.
We want jaw-dropping, lots of flair, mind-blowing dishes.
Are you ready to stake your claim in that finale?
Yeah, chef!
Fantastic. Your time starts now.
Go, kids.
It's just my all-time dream to win Junior MasterChef, and I've just got to give it my all today, and that's all I can hope for.
Is anybody else using edible flowers? No. I'm just going to let my imagination run wild. Today for main, I've decided to smoke lamb racks with a parsnip and horseradish puree, caramelised carrots, and a balsamic and honey jus.
Seafood is my favourite thing to cook with apart from lamb. So I'm basically doing a seafood platter.
Where do we put the meat? My dish is pan-fried rabbit racks on a bed of white truffle mashed potatoes with honey carrots and a jus.
Jack, just take the whole trolley. Just wheel that over to your bench, mate.
Oh, with my dish, I'm just gonna have to nail it. If I have a fingerprint on my plate, that could cost me. Well, time starts and I get on to the marinade for the rabbit racks.
My signature dishes really represent me. I'm fun and I love the beach.
Shoo!
So with my seafood platter, I'm basically doing a sand and water base with all the seafood into the water and all the dips on the sand.
Zach, life or death.
There you go.
Life or death today, isn't it?
Yeah,
Last
yeah.
chance to get into that grand finale.
Yep.
How much do you want to get in there, mate?
Oh, it'd be the best thing that happened to me so far in my life.
That's the standard answer. What's the real answer? Why do you want to be in the finale?
Oh, I really want to improve more on my cooking skills. A couple of years ago, to tell you the truth, I really didn't know how to cook that much, and now I've had so much great experience, and now I know how to do so much more. I love it. It's absolutely amazing.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm just enjoying watching you cut up those, the squid and the octopus, and you're just at home. You know what's going on. Harry, how you going?
Good.
Good stuff. Now that marinade for the rabbit, a lot of mustard. You can barely see the rabbit in there. Is that going to jam loads of flavour in there, do you think?
Yeah.
That's the idea?
Yeah.
All right. So what are you going to use that for, the main course?
Yeah, I'm using that for the main course. Who would use rabbit for dessert?
Hey, I think George would. He'd have a go at anything, wouldn't he?
Yeah,
so,
probably.
have you cooked rabbit before?
Once.
So your last chance to get into the grand finale, cooking against 2 great lads, and you've decided to cook a dish that you've only cooked once before.
Yep.
Gee, you're brave.
Yeah.
You sure it's going to work?
Yeah, it will.
Is that confident?
Yeah.
You sure it's going to work?
Yeah.
Okay, can't wait to taste it. Look forward to it.
I didn't think anyone else would choose to do rabbit, so I'm really going out on a limb today.
Jack, smells delicious already. What's the main course you're cooking?
Well, today I'm making a smoked rack of lamb with a parsnip and horseradish mash.
Lovely.
A balsamic and honey jus and caramelised carrots.
Wow, that's a complicated dish. Smoking the lamb's going to be difficult. Chance that you may overcook the lamb by smoking it?
Yeah, I just want to get smoked lamb so it gives a little hint of the smokiness, not too much, so I can just finish off in the oven and in the pan. I've never smoked lamb before, so this is a real tester for me.
Yeah, too much time on the smoke, overheat, so be careful.
You're putting your best dishes forward in Sydney's favourite house. You've got 1 hour and 45 minutes to go. Come on, kids.
We have 2 hours to cook and plate our main and dessert, but our main has to be plated up in an hour and our dessert has to be plated up in another hour.
At the moment, I'm just making my dips, so basically the mayonnaise, and then I'm going to add some garlic and some wasabi, and then it'll bring out the flavour in the seafood. Oh no! You need to be very careful because it can split so easily. Is it good?
It's very eggy. How much oil have you put in so far?
Not much.
Not much?
No.
That's why. So how many egg yolks have you got in there?
3.
Yep. So there's a lot of egg yolks for the amount of oil that you've probably put in.
Okay. This is the semi-finals. We have really got to push ourselves to the limit if we're going to make it into that top 2.
I have enough rabbit to make a backup dish, but when I was trying to get the bones out, I was cutting off a lot of meat.
Where you're cutting towards you, hold it like this, like that.
Yep.
And cut it that way.
Okay.
See? And when that cooks, that will shrink together a bit. All right?
Yeah.
And then you can, those bones look all right, but you can just trim 1 or 2.
Yeah.
All right, good job.
Thank you. You've got to cook rabbit perfectly, so it's nice and soft, and then it's like kind of really nice. Well, I really wanted to make the rabbit like the blackened chicken in America, so it's like nice charred, and that looks really good.
You know, the Opera House hosts 1,600 performances and 2,500 events a year. But you know what, boys? Today, it's your show. You've got 1.5 hours to go.
I've never smoked lamb. I've only pan-fried it or cooked it in the oven. Woo. So this is going to really test my skills today. The smoke book's really important. It needs to be hot enough to get some flavour into it, but not hot enough to cook it because I'm going to finish it off in the oven.
Well, I guess it's no time to play safe now. If you play safe, then if it tastes good, well, that's okay. But if you go out on a limb and it tastes great, then you're great.
I'm really influenced by the beach today because that is where I come from. That's my background. It's where I want to be when I'm not cooking. I love being in the water. It's so great. If I didn't have the water, I don't know how I could live. I love cooking because it's the same as surfing. You escape reality. There's no homework or anything to do while you're cooking.
That's interesting. What's that?
Well, that's the water.
Hey?
So it's sea salt and food
Oh, sea salt, is it?
Yeah.
Did you put blue food colouring in, did you? That's clever. So you're going to put things on top of that?
Yeah.
The food's not in contact with the salt, though, is it? No. Okay. I like that. It's cool. Great. And your mayonnaise, did that come out all right?
Yeah.
Tastes all right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, not too eggy?
No, not too eggy at all.
Oh, yum. I'm so concerned that the wok just isn't heating. I just keep on opening up the lid and trying to feel it if it's hot, but I don't think it's getting hot enough. I just need to get the racks in there and hope for the best.
There's going to be a showdown at the Sydney Opera House in 1 hour and 15 minutes. Make sure you make it in time.
Come on, kids.
Well, my jus isn't too hard to make because it's just oil, water, corn flour, red wine vinegar and some rabbit and some of the marinade in a pan, and you just mix it up and cook it and cook all the rabbit off. Then you strain it and pour it into a jug.
Around 10 minutes to go, my smoke box just isn't working. I'm feeling so gutted because my meat is just not cooking.
Okay, so there's not a lot of heat in it. No, I don't have enough time.
The meat still isn't cooking. I make the decision to get them out of the smoke box and finish them in the pan.
You are cooking right next to an architectural masterpiece, and we can't wait to taste yours. You got 5 minutes to go before your mains have to be up, and then it's 1 hour for dessert time. Come on, guys.
There's a few minutes to go, and I'm just staring at these lamb racks. Why aren't you cooking? It's taking forever.
Jack, what's going on, mate?
Oh, the wok wasn't working as well as I wanted it to. I probably should have gone on a bit earlier, and it wasn't hot enough.
This is for the smoke?
Yeah, I got a little bit of time in it, but I just don't have enough time to keep on smoking it.
I don't know if they're going to cook in 3 minutes.
Yeah, neither do I.
Yeah. You know what you can do? You can bat them out, or you can cut them so they're a bit thinner.
Okay, I'll cut them till they're heaps thinner.
Got 3 minutes to go. Let's hope they cook.
I get my lamb cutlet out of the pan. I cut it open. And it still looks a bit blue, which is just seared. And that's not going to cut it. It needs to be medium rare. I chuck it back into the fry pan and hope to get as much time of it in the pan as I can.
Well, I had tons of time in this first challenge, and this is really proof of how far I've come in this competition, because now I can make my own signature dish that no one else is ever going to make except me.
We are looking for an operatic and beautiful finish. 10 seconds to go.
10 seconds to go. I get my lamb cutlet out of the pan and put it on my plate.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Time's up, boys. Hands down. Well done.
Woo. I have got no idea whether it's cooked or not. I'm just so pleased that I managed to get an actual rack on the plate. Otherwise, it would have looked bare and unappetizing.
With the amount of food that I put on the plate, I think that they'll really love the salmon and the nice touch of the sauces, but it really can be a problem that I put the fish onto the salt, because they might get stuck and then you'll have blue fish.
I'm really happy with how it's turned out and how it's plated up, so hopefully the judges will like it.
It's dessert time. You've got 1 hour to put them up.
Second hour starts. Yes, it's finally dessert. I'm going to do a deconstructed Black Forest cake that's going to be presented like a garden. My biggest mentor's probably been Gwen, who owns a cake shop in Rosalie. She has taught me so much.
That's excellent, Jack.
Practically everything I know about sweets and cake cooking, she's taught me. Thank you very much.
My pleasure, darling.
I really want to make Gwen proud.
For dessert, I'm making rosewater meringues with a passion fruit cream, passion fruit coulis, and Persian fairy floss. The last time I tried to make a meringue,
it's not working. The whole thing's just not working.
I had to do it 3 times, and that was with Matt Moran's help.
How's that look, Zach?
Better.
Nice and stiff?
Yeah. Oh, now that I'm doing it by myself, I'm really hoping that I get it done first time.
For dessert, I'm cooking white chocolate and raspberry friands with a raspberry coulis and chantilly cream. So the first thing I do is start separating my eggs, measuring my chocolate, getting my almond meal and everything in the bowl so that I can just mix it up and get the friand batter ready.
Harry,
Yeah.
You're on a bit of a winning streak at the moment, aren't you?
Yeah.
I mean, that turban of scampi, that was absolutely spectacular. You nailed it. Let's not forget that mango cheesecake that you produced, you know, Matt Moran's dish. You did a brilliant job at that. Is it going to be an absolutely knock your socks off dessert?
I think it will be. Some people didn't believe I could do it when I auditioned, and they were saying, oh, yeah, you're not a very good cook. And then I'm like, I just want to prove to them how good I am.
You are good, mate. Listen to me. You don't actually need to prove it anymore to them.
Yeah.
All you need to do is prove it to yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, you're the most important person.
Yeah.
So you just need to cook a dish that you're happy with. All right? Because at the end of the day, the people out there, mate, you're a million miles ahead of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you. I think the earliest memory of cooking for me was with my nana. So good having you here.
Thank you very much.
Oh.
We'll try that again.
I love cooking with my nana because she will always explain things if I don't understand it. I don't want to get it wrong today because I don't want to disappoint my nana.
Boys, you're going to need a real showstopper if you want to outdo your buddies in this challenge. You've got 45 minutes to go. Come on, guys.
Zach, you're no stranger to winning challenges. You know, let's not forget the Tony Bilson challenge. Let's not forget the breakfast in bed challenge. To Brook Station, you did really well there in that team challenge.
Yep.
Is this your one to win?
I definitely hope so, because it's probably the most important challenge that I've ever had to face.
This is it. It's do or die, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely, because it's every challenge from here on in is an elimination, and I just don't want to go home.
Good stuff. Good luck.
At the moment, I'm just up to getting all my flour, all my stuff into my cake batter, and then I can just get it in the oven and get onto my meringues. Yeah, I'm a bit rushed. It needs to cook and needs to cool, and I need to get the meringues in there as well. I'm not panicked, I'm just worried.
Friands have got to be quite dense, but really moist. That's how they're supposed to be, so you've got to get the perfect recipe for this.
So I get my egg whites into the piping bag, I put them onto my baking paper, and it's just not gonna work.
The meringue mixture is way too runny, and I'm just really stressed, and I can't be like that, and I just need to stay focused.
So now I have to start again and do a whole nother batch of egg whites. I've wasted about 20 minutes on those egg whites, so I really need to get a move on.
It's mate versus mate, plate versus plate. If you want to get into that finale, the choice is yours. You got 30 minutes to go.
I think that this is the first time I've ever been pressurised in the kitchen, apart from the last time I did my meringues. Am I like the demon of meringues? I don't want to be known as that. I've just really got to get these perfect. Finally, I get my second batch of meringues into the oven. They stay in their shape, and that's what I want. That moment of pressure now has just flown past me, and now I'm gonna go for every single aspect of this dish and make it smack bang perfect.
This dessert has to look like the judges want to dive into it and eat it straight away. So I'm gonna make meringue mushrooms, and they're gonna be my mushrooms. Presentation is going to be amazing.
I get my meringues out and they're perfectly cooked.
Ooh.
2 hours, 2 courses. Remember, 2 people are going home on the back of this. We can't wait to taste your dishes. 2 minutes to go.
I have a bit of time to look over at what the other boys are doing, and their dishes look amazing. Jack's like garden of black forest cake looks great. Zach's like meringue kind of thing looks great, but I think I've done enough.
And there's 10 seconds to the finishing line. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Step away from those benches.
Ooh, well done, boys.
Time's up. I look at my 2 dishes and I think they look really good. But if I go home today, you know what? It's been absolutely fantastic. I never thought I'd get this far.
Big high fives.
Yeah, it's been a great challenge. It's absolutely amazing standing in front of the Opera House, and I'm really happy with my 2 dishes, and I didn't think I could have done any better for the last challenge.
Hey, boys, over here.
Well, I'm really looking forward to the judges tasting my dish because, yeah, I just want to win.
As far as I'm concerned, you can't beat this location for a semi-final. The Opera House is right there in Sydney Harbour. It's absolutely brilliant. And what it did was set the tone for the battle. 3 boys chasing a spot in that final against Greta. There's only one way to find out who's going to be there, and that's to taste their food and find out who the winner is today. Right, let's get Zach's dishes in.
With both my dishes, they look outstanding on the plate. Plus, they show a little bit of me. Just fingers crossed, worried and nervous. I really want to make it in.
So, Zach, what have you cooked for us?
Today I've done a seafood platter for the main, but it's kind of like my twist. So I've done the sand and the water, and I've also put in some lettuce, which describes the seaweed. For dessert, I've made a rosewater meringue with a passion fruit coulis and Persian fairy floss.
You look really nervous, actually.
Yeah, well, I'm just knowing that this might be the last time that I cook for you guys.
Well, I think you should cross your fingers. Yeah? Wish
Yep.
you all the good luck in the world. We'll see you soon because we've got to taste your dishes.
Thanks.
Thanks, Zach.
Thanks, buddy.
Good luck, mate.
I'm going straight for the oyster.
Oh, so salty.
So salty. I love the seafood. The salmon, to me, is cooked perfectly. Squid's great. The dressing on the side, the aioli, they're all great. The only thing I'm not happy with is putting those prawns straight onto that salt. It's absorbed it. It sent them a little bit blue, and they're too salty.
I did ask him whether or not he was going to put the seafood directly on the salt. He did it.
I absolutely loved his plating up. I love the little story. It kind of shows his age, you know. He's thinking of home and he paints that picture with his food, and I think that's extremely clever.
I think it's time we taste his dessert.
Beautiful flavour.
Yeah.
I really love that meringue. It was so delicate and soft in the centre.
I love the combination of passion fruit, meringue, cream, and that little fairy floss to finish it off. A lovely, lovely little dessert.
He absolutely nailed that one.
Next up, Harry.
I'm really confident with my dishes that they'll take me through because they kind of reflect on me, what I like to eat. I'm really happy with how it's turned out and how it's plated up, so hopefully the judges will like it.
Did you enjoy this challenge?
Oh, I really enjoyed this challenge because I got to cook something that when I get a bit older and I open my first restaurant that I would love to serve there.
What have you cooked?
Well, today I made pan-fried rabbit racks with white truffle mashed potato and honey carrots. Dessert is a raspberry and white chocolate Freon with vanilla cream.
Thank you so much, Harry. We're going to taste your dishes.
Okay.
Thanks, Harry.
Thank you.
Look at that.
Beautifully cooked inside.
Beautifully cooked. And rabbit is hard to cook, you know, it does dry out. It's got that beautiful moisture in it. I love that mustard on the rabbit.
Oh, it's
Gives
gorgeous.
that beautiful acidity to it. Wow.
I think he has done an absolutely beautiful job. He's cooked this rabbit to perfection. He's done a lovely job of the mustard crust, although it's slightly overcooked. I love the potato with that little hint of horseradish. I'm just getting a tiny bit of that truffle.
I actually don't mind that little bit of crust on it. I like that sort of burnt, caramelised flavour. The only thing I'd like to say is that the mashed potato is a little bit under-seasoned. Other than that, I love it.
Right, well, that was Harry's main course. Let's try his dessert. Love fresh raspberries, don't you?
Yeah.
Lots of them.
Harry's actually filled every raspberry
with cream.
With cream.
It's a lovely tart raspberry coulis, which is just the way I love it.
It's a great combination. White chocolate, raspberries. The only thing I'd say is that the Freon might be slightly undercooked for me. So a little bit too moist.
Well, there's no doubt Harry was super organised and did a great job. 2 great dishes.
I think it's time we tasted Jack's dishes.
I'm taking my dishes up to the judges, and I am so nervous. My only concerns are the lamb. I'm not sure if it's perfectly cooked under or over. I so want them to like it.
Wow. Oh, my God. Look at that.
That's a big dessert, Jack.
Is that the main course and that's the dessert?
Other way round.
Jack, tell us what the dishes are.
For main, we have lamb cutlets with a parsnip and horseradish puree, caramelised carrots, and a balsamic and honey jus. And for dessert, we basically have a deconstructed Black Forest cake, which I've named Jack's Black Forest Garden. I did have a few moments where I thought I didn't get up a plate for the main, and I just didn't think they'd be cooked, but everything seemed to go pretty well.
Jack, it's time for us to taste your dishes. See you later, buddy.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Good luck, Jack.
Let's try Jack's lamb.
Oh, look at that carrot. Cooked beautifully.
Look at the lamb. You know, I love pink lamb, and that is just to die for.
Presentation, absolutely smashing. But when it comes down to it, the flavour is glorious. Perfectly cooked lamb. And that jus has a lovely little acidity from the balsamic, sweetness from the honey, but reduced down perfectly, and it just sort of sits on the plate and then coats your mouth. That is an absolutely smashing main course.
Yeah.
It's a very small portion.
Very small portion. What he had to do was chop that lamb in half halfway through cooking, and that doesn't give you the best result.
What I love about this dessert is there's so many different little details. It's like a lovely little trail of delights.
That is a perfect mushroom. Look at that. That looks like a little button mushroom.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Gooey meringue, Anna. Gooey meringue.
Here goes the cherry.
There's a pip in it. No. Shame you found a pip, because if somebody crunches down on that, that's a big deal. That's a dentist bill. But I can't take away from the idea that it's absolutely fantastic. I love it.
It goes into your mouth and then it just puffs away, leaving your mouth coated with the most amazing flavour.
The question is whether that cherry pip or whether that little portion of lamb is going to bring him down and not put him through.
That was an extraordinary tasting. I think it's time we reveal the results.
Yeah.
Today, the three of you were competing for a spot in the grand finale. We've got Greta here, and she's the first one through to the finale. The question is, who will be joining her?
Stay standing there, I'm looking at Greta, looking at the judges. I want to be standing next to Greta in that final two, in the grand finale. That's where I want to be.
We had to find a winner, which of course means two of you will be ending your journey here today.
I would love to get into the top two. It would be an ultimate dream come true and more.
Well, boys, it's now time for the big announcement. Time to find out who will be joining Greta in the finale. The winner of today's challenge and the cook that will be going through to the grand finale and cooking off against Greta is... Jack. That's it, Jack, it's you! Jack, how's it feel? You're in the grand finale of Junior MasterChef 2011.
I'm amazed. I never thought I'd get this far, and to be in the grand finale is amazing.
Harry and Zach, it gives me no pleasure in saying this is the end of the line for you in this competition.
We are all so proud of you, and all the people that you love are proud of you. You've made it right to the top 4, and that is an achievement that I'm sure you will cherish for the rest of your lives.
Well, Zach, Harry, not only do you leave this competition with great memories, you also leave this competition with a grand prize of $5,000 in cash, courtesy of Booper. Congratulations, boys.
Show me money!
Not only do you get that fantastic prize back, but you get something that is truly priceless, something that you can nail to your fence, put on your front door, take to school and show off. And that is the Junior MasterChef Top 20 trophy. Well done, kids. And first up is Harry.
Congratulations, Harry. Gonna miss your food.
And Zach, up you come. Grab your trophy.
Yeah, Zach. Love you, buddy.
Yay.
The both of you guys have been such great competitors. Thank you so much. But unfortunately, it's now time to say goodbye.
Cheers, Zach.
Well done, guys.
It's been amazing, spectacular, brilliant. The best thing that's ever happened to me. Oh.
Fabulous. You pleased with that?
Yeah.
To me, that was absolutely perfect.
Harry, we could not stop eating your pavlova, and I think that's the best sign you can possibly get.
Oh, that is a cheesecake.
Without a doubt, nailed it.
I'm never gonna stop cooking, ever. No matter what happens, I'm still gonna cook.
Junior MasterChef has been the best thing that's happened to me in my life so far.
Zach, I want to say that the presentation on this is absolutely brilliant.
That, my friend, is cooked perfectly.
Zach, you nailed that dressing.
A smashing dish.
In 10 years' time, you'll see me with my own restaurant on the harbour called Zach's Restaurant. Junior MasterChef has been mind-blowing.
Greta and Jack, you are now officially in the Junior MasterChef Grand Finale. Congratulations.
Well done, you two.
Wow. How are you feeling right now, Jack?
To get through to the top 2 is amazing. I can't put it in words.
What about you, Greta? Are you looking forward to competing against Jack?
Yeah, I just can't wait. I think we're both really good cooks, and it's going to be great to see what happens.
Or tell us what you really think. Are you afraid too?
I'm so nervous. I just can't wait till it all starts, because I never thought from 5,000 kids I'd get here, and look, now we're top 2, and really it doesn't matter what happens from here because it's just been a great experience.
Our suggestion, go home, grab some rest, and we'll see you tomorrow. Well done.
See you guys.
Congratulations.
Next time on Junior MasterChef, it all comes down to this.
The finale.
For 9 incredible weeks, we followed their journey.
it's just absolutely surreal.
It's like a dream come true. It's more than a dream come true. It's amazing.
Jack and Greta. Joined by cooking royalty.
Donna Hay.
I am expecting enormous things.
Tetsuya.
Oh my God!
It's their toughest challenge yet.
I don't know if either of them are going to make it.
And there can only be one winner.
You're Australia's new